It's time to make a prediction. Celtics and Warriors. The sports bettors, they're going with the Warriors. Most NBA analysts are going with the Warriors. But I actually believe that the Boston Celtics are going to shock the world and they're going to win this series and win the championship. This is how they're going to do it. The Warriors, they've done a great job in these playoffs, but what we've seen is that if you go in the paint and attack this team, you're going to have success. The Grizzlies were able to do it. They almost won without Ja Morant. That first game that Ja Morant was not there, they won for 47 minutes in the game. The final minute of the game, the Warriors clutch it out. They've got the experience, they've got the chemistry, and without Ja Morant, they fell apart in that final minute of the game. But in the next two games, Grizzlies come out, they win the next one. Then they do lose that final game, but they were in it. It was a good game. They were fighting without Morant. Then when we fast forward to the Mavs series, it took the Mavs 4 games to realize you got to go in the paint to beat them. They dominate game 4. They can't quite replicate that in game 5 because their team is not really that good. They don't have good defenders. Offensively, they've only got a few players that can really execute that game plan of going into the paint. They're not used to going into the paint as a team. It's just Luka, Dinwiddie, and Brunson that do that. Everybody else, it's awkward for them. But this Celtics team, the reason why they've made it this far is because they pound the paint. At one point in the season, they were the 11th seed in the East. And Marcus Smart came out. He said, this team, we just give it to one player and he does everything. We're not sharing the ball. We're not playing together. Teams were running a zone defense. And the way that Udoka got them back on track to winning and climbing up in the standings was by pounding the paint to beat the zone. And if you notice in the playoffs, there's consistent themes with this Celtics team. Their defense is very disciplined. Team help defense is insane. And offensively, they continue to pound the paint. They've got 3 guys that can get in there on their own. They got Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart. And then if they pass the ball around, let's say you double team, everybody else will either shoot the 3 or go in the paint and keep that chase alive, keep the possession alive. They move the ball well. They move it kind of like how the Warriors would move the ball. We've seen them do it against the Nets, the Bucks, and the Heat. Very impressive. They've got the lob threat. Sometimes they just pin guys in the paint when you're double teaming. They bounce it and it's a layup under the basket. The biggest problem for the Warriors in this series is going to be their death lineup. Because when they run that lineup, they're going to have 2 players that can't play defense, Steph Curry and Jordan Poole. And the Celtics are going to actively seek to get that switch onto Tatum or Brown so that they can go in the paint, get fouled, draw a double team. They're going to make their offense easier when they have that lineup on the floor. Even though on the other end, it's going to be hard to defend that death lineup, they're going to make them pay when they go on offense. All the other teams so far that have played the Warriors, they couldn't make that lineup pay on the other end. They didn't have the personnel to do it. Celtics, they're built to do that. And they've been seeking out one bad defender all the way through these playoffs. Now they've got 2 at the same time on the court at the same time. And when Curry and Poole have to play defense most of the game, that's going to take a little bit away from their offense. And that little bit that's going to disappear, I think is going to be enough for the Celtics to win this series. Curry is still going to have a great series, but he's going to be working hard. He's going to be using a lot of energy because they're going to make him move his feet and hustle on defense. Same thing for Jordan Poole. Poole can't defend anybody. And there's a chance that Curry or Poole could be in foul trouble. Curry is still going to have a good finals. I know Klay is going to show up. Andrew Wiggins needs to have a good finals. If the Warriors are going to win this, Wiggins is going to go off. If Wiggins doesn't go off, it's going to be a rough NBA finals for this Warriors team. Celtics are going to have to leave Draymond Green open, and they'll probably leave Wiggins open over Klay or Poole whenever they're helping. So he's got to go off. And sometimes he can go off. He's been pretty good these playoffs. I'll give him that. I'm going to bet against Wiggins, though, really showing up every night to get it done. I'm going to bet against him. This Celtics team, their offense is streaky. Some games they're going to hit every shot. Some games they're going to hit no shots. When Tatum is off, he's really off. He might score 10 points. he might get 7 turnovers. That's probably going to happen. He's going to have a few games where he does that, but I think at the end of all of it, they're going to get their act together and finally clutch it out. This would be one of the craziest championship runs in NBA history if the Celtics could finish it off by taking out the Warriors. They swept the Nets. Nobody thought they were going to do that. They take down the Bucks. Bucks did have an injury, but they take them down. They take out the Heat, number 1 seed. They did have injuries. But if they take out Curry and the Warriors at the end of this, woo, that is crazy. This is how I see the finals unfolding. I think something special happened this season with the Celtics. It's their year. It's their time. They've got guys like Al Horford. Their entire career, they've been trying to get to this moment. You know he's not going to waste it. And even though his stats don't look crazy, sometimes he only scores 5 points. But when he's open, he's going to shoot that 3 every time. He's going to make that right pass, that right play. On defense, he's going to change shots. He's going to block shots. He's going to get rebounds. I think the Celtics are going to do it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't be afraid to make your prediction. It's okay. We're going to sit back, watch it, and enjoy it, and we'll see what happens. Will my prediction come true? Will the whoever offense on Jordan Poole and Stephen Curry be the end of the Warriors this season? What is the whoever offense for people that are new? Whoever that man guards is whoever's gonna score. So whoever Curry is guarding or Poole is guarding, that's where the ball is going, and that's the play that they're gonna run. They're gonna use and abuse that bad defense to their advantage. Celtics in 6. We got the switch, 5 seconds. MJ for the win. MJ for the win! Oh, let's get it. Durant. This all. Oh, that is the best game winner ever. Get in this poster, Durant. Ooh.